Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to discuss about the scientist James Chadwick. What he did, he proposed that some neutral charge is present in the center of the atom, that is called a neutron. Okay, and proton is also present in the center of the nucleus, and electrons are revolving around the nucleus in a fixed orbit. So here green color negative charge is representing the electron, and the positive charge blue color is representing the proton, and the red part is representing the neutron. So we are going to discuss about the James Chadwick. Okay, James Chadwick have proposed that atomic nucleus contain a neutral particles, which has been proposed more than the decade earlier by Rutherford. Officially discovered the neutron in the 1932, and Chadwick received the Nobel Prize in 1935 after the discovery of a neutron. So we can tell that neutron is also a subatomic particle, and it is contained in the atomic nucleus. It has no electric charge. It is a neutral in nature, but proton have a positive charge and electron have a negative charge, but neutron have a no any charge is there. It is electrically neutral. Okay, so Chadwick have discovered the positive charge. Now come to the next topic. So after the discovery of these subatomic particle, they were discovered that three subatomic particles are there, that is electron, proton and neutron, and they are deciding a particular symbol. For the electron is capital E, for the proton that is capital P, and for a neutron is a small n. And they tell that electron is present around the nucleus, and proton is present in the nucleus, and neutron is present also in the nucleus. Now when we are going to discuss about the charge of electron, the charge of electron is -1, charge of a proton is a +1, and neutron is a 0. And if we are going to discuss about the relative mass of electron, if we are taking the mass of a proton as a standard unit 1, so the mass of neutron will also be 1, but the mass of electron is very less as compared to proton and a neutron. So it is mentioned here the actual mass. What is the actual mass? If first of all you see here relative mass, means they are relating the electron mass with the proton and neutron. So what they are observing, the electron mass is 1840 times less than the proton and neutron mass. Now when we are talking about the actual mass, the electron have a mass 9.11 into 10 to the power 28 gram, whereas the mass of a proton and neutron is 1.67 into 10 to the power -24, and the mass of a neutron is also same as the mass of a proton. But here you see, in case of electron, 10 to the power -28 is there. Its meaning is that it is a very less, okay, as compared to proton and neutron. Because in case of a neutron, the mass is 10 to the power -24 and 24, and in case of electron it is 28. So obviously it is representing here that the mass of an electron is very less as compared to proton and neutron. When we want to collectively give a term for the proton and neutron, so we are using a collectively term called nucleon for the proton and neutron. Okay, so if we don't talk separately about the proton and neutron, so we can collectively tell that nucleons are present inside the nucleus, means neutrons and protons are present inside the nucleus. That's why they are telling that these are the nucleon. Now come to the fifth one, that is atomic number and mass number. Okay, atomic number of an element is defined as number of positive charge present in the nucleus of that atom. It is representing the atomic number. So simply I can tell how much positive charge is present in a particular atom. We can tell that this is the atomic number of an atom. We are representing the atomic number with Z, capital Z. Okay, so total number of a unit positive charge carried by all proton present in the nucleus, or we can say the number of a proton in the nucleus, and we know that number of a proton is always equal to the number of electron. Okay, so this is the definition of atomic number, and we know that hydrogen have atomic number 1, so it have a proton 1. Helium have atomic number 2, means it have a proton 2. And we know that always number of proton are always equal to the number of a new electron, so we can tell that in hydrogen here 1 electron is also there, and in helium 2 electrons are there, because number of electron is always equal to the number of a proton. But we are not going to define the atomic number definition with the help of an electron. Why? Just think about that. The reason behind that we can extract the electron out of the atom and we can give the extra electron to the atom, but we cannot do any alteration with the positive charge because it is present in the nucleus of atom. That's why they are telling that we can relate the atomic number with the number of a proton, because atomic number is not going to change for any atom, it is always fixed. Similarly, proton number is not going to change for any atom, it is fixed. Okay, and we cannot alter the positive, means number of a proton, we cannot extract the proton from the nucleus. Okay, now come to the another topic, next topic, that is mass number. What is mass number? Mass number is the sum of a proton and a neutron present in the nucleus of an atom. If you see the structure of an atom, suppose I am making a structure of atom. In the center, what is present? It is present neutron plus proton. I already told you, neutron plus proton. So if we want to calculate the mass of a particular atom, we are going to add neutron plus proton, then we can easily get the mass of any atom. Okay, so that is explaining here mass number we can calculate with the number of a proton plus number of a neutron. Suppose I want to calculate the mass of a carbon. So in carbon, mass number is 12. So what is representing? Means here 6 proton is there and 6 neutron is there. So that's why when we are adding 6 proton plus 6 neutron, we are getting the 12U, that is representing the mass number. Similarly, for aluminium, its mass number is 27. How we can tell that its mass is 27? Because it have a 13 proton and a 14 neutron. When we are going to add 13 and 14, we will get the 27U. So we can tell that yes, mass number of aluminium is 27U. Now another term I want to tell you how we are going to represent a particular element. We are going to represent a particular element in this way. Suppose I want to represent the aluminium atom. So how I will represent? I will write here aluminium. On the left upper corner, I will write the mass of this one, and in the below one I will write the atomic number. Once again I am writing here. Suppose I am writing aluminium here, I will write the mass number on the upper left corner and atomic number on the lower left corner. It is just like this formula. So always if we want to represent a symbol of a particular atom, we are going to represent in this way. We will write mass number in the left corner, upper left corner we will write the mass number, and in lower left corner we will write the atomic number. So it is given here common symbol of any element. We are representing symbol. We will write the mass number on the upper left corner and atomic number in the lower left corner. Okay, so in next video we will discuss the Neil Bohr atomic model, that is the final model coming after the discovery of a subatomic particle. So in the next video we will discuss what are the Neil Bohr model, what are the postulate of a Neil Bohr model. Hope this video helped you to understand some basic concept about the subatomic particle, how we are going to represent the atomic symbol, what is atomic number, what is atomic mass. So stay tuned watch the next video and get the knowledge about the Niels Bohr atomic model. Thank you and have a nice day.